What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. Thanks again for stopping by. So a really exciting video for you guys today. I have bought myself a 5090. So the very best graphics card you can buy on the market. I've never had the top of the line GPU at any stage, so really excited to get this one in, and we're going to build some AI mining rigs with it. So AI is a huge buzz lately. Everyone's doing it, and there's a ton of different platforms. So I want to use this build to start testing all of those out and checking the profitability on all of them. Along with that, we want to check out GPU hash rates with it. We also want to check things like GPU CPU combos like Warthog and Qubic, because this thing's got a 7950X in it. Also the top of the range user end CPU. So we're going to go through the whole build with this and then have a look through a few different platforms that we could use. And I need your guys' input. Interested to see what stories you can tell me, what success you haven't had on different platforms like this. So first up, let's build this thing, talk through the parts. Let's get into it. All right, so to start us off, we've got 1 terabyte of crucial M.2 SSD. Now this is a pretty good write speed. It's all we need for the moment. And we're on a Prime B650M-A Wi-Fi 2 motherboard. The only thing we needed out of this motherboard was the capacity for 128 gigabytes, which we have got. Moving on, let's get this CPU in place, the 7950X. 16 cores, 32 threads. This thing's an absolute beast as far as user end CPUs is concerned, and it's going to be plenty for what we need when it comes to high performance on some of these AI projects. Also going to be really good, you know, for just general CPU mining, if that's something that we wanted to do with this CPU as well. So really good to have options there with both of them. Here we have just our little mounts. This is going to be for our fan. These just stick to the board, and we have a couple of brackets, as you can see, that just fix down there pretty easy. These are just to support the cooler itself, which we'll have coming up in just a second. One in place. Let's get that second one done. Nice and tight. And now we'll start to mount this cooler. This is the Thermalright Assassin Spirit 120V2 Plus. So it's a dual fan CPU cooler, really high CFM, and it's great for these 7950Xs, which have high wattage. I've got about 7 or 8 of these coolers on my different rigs, and they've never given me any problems whatsoever. Kept everything super cool, which is great. Chucking on these fans now. They've got these little springs which basically hook onto the fan and then hook onto the heatsink, as we can see right here. So this fan is going to be blowing towards me. I'm pushing the air away, and this fan right here is going to be pushing the air through that heatsink and being pulled out the other end to keep it nice and cool. So we just plug that into the CPU power there. Good to go. Our RAM next up, this is Corsair Vengeance 6000 megahertz RAM, DDR5 of course. Now the only thing about this is that it's not 128 gigabytes, but for what we're doing, we probably won't need it right now. 64 should be fine, especially for programs like Salad, but as we get into the higher end sort of AI tasks, that's when we might need more, hence the ability to upgrade with this motherboard. Of course, a power supply. We've gone 1000 watts. I've actually tested this rig. The whole thing pulls about 680 at full power, so good to have a 1000 watt power supply and stay up high. You want to use a good percentage of your power supplies to get that efficiency right up, which we are doing. Now, of course, the 5090. Look at the size of this thing. An absolute monster. It's twice the size as the frame. Width-wise, it's as long as it. crazy large GPU. But let's get this thing slotted in, because let me tell you, it as you can see, takes up most of the frame right there. An absolute beast. I'm super excited to have this GPU, and I can't wait to get it all testing and you know, see what we can really do with it all. This right here is just a special power adapter that it comes with. It's a 4-pin. I've made sure that I allow with this power supply to have a dedicated cable to each. Now, you could potentially split one of these power cables, but because I can provide 4 full power cables, let's just do that and get the rest of this board powered up at the same time. Got our CPU 24-pin going in. Next, these are our 8 pins CPU. This has a 4, sorry, and a 2 that needs to go into it. So that's plugged in. Getting all of the rest of these power cables plugged in now. Make sure we've got everything done properly, and turn it on. Boom. And we're up and mining. You see, I've done a bit of cable management as well. So next up, let's jump onto the PC and see how this all mines. Let's get into it. So the first AI platform I want to talk about and have a bit of a look at is SaladAI. So lots of people have been getting into Salad more recently and have been for a long time. This is basically just a GPU rental service, right? So you can see here on the list, we've got lists of high demand, moderate demands, and low demands. And unfortunately, as we can see, the 5090 right now on Salad is in low demand. Now, I knew this coming into it before I bought this 5090. I knew there wasn't going to be a lot of luck on Salad yet. I think being such a new card, there just isn't the coverage for it yet. The use case on Salad, it doesn't necessarily require 32 gigabytes of VRAM to run most of these AI tasks on Salad, but I would imagine at some stage in the near future, there definitely will be. So Salad's one I'm going to look at with this 5090. I've already got a few rigs running on Salad that are actually doing really well. So it would be nice to get this 5090 on and see what we can actually earn, because the 4090s go gangbusters. I've seen recently Modern Mining, he's got himself a 4090. It seems to be rented out pretty nicely, pretty often, and at a pretty good rate. So that's one to consider. 5090, and it'll definitely be running Salad at some stage, just not sure when. The next platform I want to take a look at is VastAI. So it's another rental platform for GPUs mainly, but CPUs and RAM are necessary as well on Vast. Now the prices here are pretty good, a lot better than what we can see on Salad for a single 5090 for an hourly rental. So at these rates, it would definitely be profitable and a good option to use. One thing I'm not sure about, I have a pretty average upload speed. I've got 100 down and 50 up. Now I notice a lot of these are higher by a small margin, and as we go further down on some of them by a significant margin. So this is something maybe you guys could help me with. Is my internet connection going to be a huge limiting factor with those sorts of speed on Vast? Because I want to try this one as well. Like we said, we're going to give them all a whirl. Let's take a look next at CloreAI. So we're on the CloreAI marketplace, and this one really intrigues me quite a bit. I saw Red Panda's video recently with his 3090s. I think he had 5 3090s and they were making 20 bucks a day or something. So I thought I got to check this one out. So it's sorted by VRAM at the moment. So 31, 32 gigabytes of VRAM. So they're all 5090s. We can see the starting price per day is pretty good, right? Right down the bottom, $3 a day. Look at that rate. You're barely covering electricity depending on your electricity rate. So not a huge amount of gains to make, but as we scroll down a lot further, you know, we keep going, we can see these get up into the $10 range a day. And this is all the rented ones, I should add. So these are all rented out at the moment, $8 a day, $9 a day. So this might be my best bet to start for higher profitability. Where do we stop? Yeah, so $10 a day, just under $10 a day. This might be a good place to start. Like I said, until Salad or Vast can sort of prove otherwise, but we will test all three. If I can put this on and get it rented out at $10 a day straight away, that's pretty cool. I might even consider just, you know, mining or using AI with this 5090 for a whole year, pretty much pay itself off, and then it's scot-free. I can do what I want with it. Who knows? But CloreAI are looking pretty good also. Now we do also want to do a bunch of GPU CPU combo testing, typical mining, right? Things like Qubic, things like Warthog that really utilize both of them to their fullest capacity. I've done Qubic builds before, I've done Warthog builds before, but not to this spec, not with a 5090 on it. The 7950X has been tested, but I also want to give them a run. So everything will be getting covered with this 5090, guys. We're renting it out, like, you know what, we want to test everything. So let me know, what do you guys want to see? Because I'll be driven by what you want to see first, right? So is it VastAI? Is it, you know, Qubic? Is it Warthog? Is it Salad? Let me know down in the comments, guys. And also let me know what you think. This 5090, good investment, bad investment, if you're considering, you know, making content out of it, the profitability that may come with it. Let me know your thoughts. If you like the video, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. This video is brought to you by Crypto Miner Bros, a trusted global supplier of crypto mining hardware. They offer a wide selection of ASIC miners for all major coins and budgets, with free worldwide shipping, 24/7 customer support, and a 180-day warranty included with every purchase. Use code BEARMINER at checkout to get $70 off your order. Visit cryptominerbros.com and mine smarter with gear you can count on.